Hello, I am Christmas Batman. Why? Because I'm Christmas Batman. And today, we're taking a look at one of the coolest things that I have ever been in. That's Christmas related, believe it or not. Batman Returns, the sequel to my already awesome '89 movie. All you need to know is that this movie is awesome because it has me in it, and it's even darker, it's even more scary, it has some blood, and it's awesome just because it has me in it. So, yep, that's the review. Thanks for watching. Merry Batness. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that to you, but I am gonna keep the mask on because, yeah, for those of you who haven't already been able to gather, I'm a pretty huge Batman fan. I reviewed the original '89 movie last month, and I said it was specifically for the reason that I could cover its sequel for this month's marathon. Well, that time has finally arrived, and yeah, this is one of the most sick, screwed up in the head, fucked up Christmas movies you can ever imagine. So naturally, I think it's great. I don't think it's as great as the original movie, absolutely not. That's on its whole other tier. But as a sequel to the original '89 Batman movie, it's a great sequel. It does what you want a sequel to do. It keeps what made the original work so well, but also having the balls to try some new stuff to make it more innovative. And it definitely does that here because this is one of the most sick, fucked up movies I have ever seen. Like there's baby murder, there's paraphilia, there's straight up murder. Like it is a movie that is very sick and fucked up in the head. So of course, as a horror nut and a huge Batman fan, of course I love this movie. And I will never understand those kind of people that don't really like this movie. But that being said, there are some problems here. The story's not quite as good, and I do have the same complaint as Nostalgia Critic when he reviewed this movie back in 2020. And that is Penguin by Danny DeVito. It's not a bad performance. He does a good job with the performance that he's given, but unfortunately the direction he's given to try and be this sympathetic villain, it just does not work. He is a monster through and through, and anytime they tried to make him look sympathetic, I'm just sitting there rolling my eyes like, why are we doing this? Like, he is clearly a monster. Why are we trying to make him sympathetic? Are we trying to make, like, this dark tragedy story? Because if so, it doesn't work in this movie for shit. But, it's saved by a bunch of other things. Like, the dark elements are actually done really well here. It is Tim Burton, so it shouldn't surprise you. Michael Keaton is still great as Batman. You still got the same guy who played Alfred. Who was it? Michael Goff. Michael Goff is still Alfred. He's still great in here. But undoubtedly, the best part of this movie that I don't think anyone can even be close to denying is Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. Arguably the best on-screen Catwoman we've ever gotten. She's true to her comic book counterpart while also having a nice, dark, tragic edge. And I think that really makes this character stand out from her other incarnations and why she's such a fan favorite. And not to mention the way she's able to actually control whipping that whip around. It's impressive is what I'm trying to get at. No, I'm not a perv. Shut up. But, yeah, this movie is dark. It's screwed up. It's sick in the head. It's barely a Christmas movie, but damn it, I love it anyway. I've been watching it every Christmas ever since I found out it was a Christmas movie. AKA when I saw it for the first time about 4 years ago after rewatching the '89 movie for the millionth time. And I've watched it every Christmas ever since. Is it screwed up? Yes. Is it sick? Yes. Is it extremely fucked up in the head? Yes. Is it more of a horror movie than a superhero movie? Yes. But that doesn't mean you should completely disregard it. It is a movie that had balls. And honestly, when you think about it, being ballsy and trying something and it doesn't end up working is better than just going the safe route and making the most blandest of bland thing you could ever bland. So, because of that, I have a lot of respect for this movie. I still really love and enjoy this movie. Oh, and how can I forget the villain, Christopher Walken as Max Schreck, who is hilarious in his delivery and his performance. Even in the most sick, screwed up, demented, twisted, fucked up finale you can imagine, he's still cracking jokes. Like, Max Schreck is a great villain in this movie. And yes, this movie has its cheesy moments, but trust me, this movie's dark as hell. It may be PG-13, but at this point, I feel like if this was released today, in today's modern day age, this would be a straight up R. It is that fucked up and sick and dark and demented. And of course, maybe I'm just a sick, fucked up person. I don't know. You're talking to a horror movie nut here who's also a huge fan of Batman. So this is kind of like the perfect amalgamation of the two. And that's pretty much what this movie is. It's an amalgamation. And unfortunately, it was just too dark and pissed off parents, and thus Tim Burton was kicked off for the next Batman movie, which would then end up careening into infamy, which I will find a way to talk about another time. As for right now, this is a great movie for fans of the Caped Crusader. Just be aware that it is one of his darkest adventures ever. If you can stomach that, then you can stomach a damn good film. And again, Michelle Pfeiffer alone makes this movie worth watching. So, final verdict for Batman Returns is going to be an easy high 9 out of 10. If it weren't for the Penguin character being a huge thing that didn't really work in the movie, it would be possibly a 9.5 or even a 10. But it's just not quite as great as the original Batman, but it is still worth it for any fans of the Caped Crusaders, as long as you can stomach the crazy, fucked up, demented shit that's all inside of it with its themes and the things it shows on screen. So, yeah, I think that about wraps up this review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of my weird Santa Bat setup here. And let me know if you maybe want to see this again in the future if I find another Batman Christmas movie to talk about. So, that's it. Yes, this review is way shorter than the other one, and it's because I have a lot less to say. If you love the original, you're going to love this one, as long as you can stomach the crazy, fucked up, demented shit that's all inside of it. So, yep. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. What's next? Ooh, yes. Next time, we're going to start getting a few reviews early because it is getting close to Christmas Eve, and I do have to leave tomorrow for a Christmas Eve event. So, yep, you're getting a bunch of early reviews now because we're technically done with all the reviews for today, but I want to try to get as much done as possible. That way I don't have to worry about it when I come back. But don't worry, you will still be getting my Christmas Day finale of this on Christmas Day. As soon as I'm done unwrapping presents and whatever, I will come up here and film that review for you. And then after that, straight in the year-end list season. So, yeah. Until we meet again, I'm Jad Small of Animation Station, aka the one and only Santa Bat. And I'll see you guys next time when we dive into Dragon Ball Z Abridged, Plan to Eradicate Christmas.